go live, I want this to be able to sit somewhere where I can still plug up. But when I get the computer...
But you had to go this for you.
Yeah, but Facebook don't let you go sideways. You can't go live sideways. You have to be sitting up. In other words, so say for instance, if I turn it sideways, turn it the other way. No, turn it the other way.
No, I'm thinking in my head.
This is the only way you'd be able to do it. If it was sitting here, but then it would have to come from up under.
That's
Here. There you go. Perfect. I go.
put that right down to the cord with this.
Definitely
No,
that.
got it. I got further idea.
Oh, I got it right now. It's not sitting there. But, yeah. I like that. I like that. Perfect.
What the hell are you going to do with the oil?
I don't know, but it's here. And I'll figure it out. Because everything I do is off the top of my head. It's not really pre-planned. It's basically on things that I see, right? And so some things are important to me, and I say these things.
Oil.
No, but the oil thing is cool, right? The oil thing is cool because I bought this off of TikTok and it actually works. I love this. This is very good. This is very good for cooking, especially like if you're cooking on the grill, or you cooking, or you are, if you're on the grill. Like I got my little grill that I have. It's about like this. And sometimes your boy calls himself a chef and he tries things out. And use that. I'm good at making omelets. I'm telling you that right now. I can come to your house and make you a good omelet. Yes, indeed. Anyway, I just want to start off by saying this is 2024. And in 2024, this is 2024. This is 2025. Hey, this is a fact. It's a fact that your boy is losing. Okay? I'm telling you now, is losing. Okay? I still have some capabilities of thinking. But in 2025, Happy New Year to everybody. Happy New Year to you. I read some disturbing articles today. Very disturbing articles. And it's sad that we start off every year with murder. I just read an article about a young lady who was on house arrest. She stabbed her ex-boyfriend's new girlfriend. She got on house arrest. She went after the girl, went through their window while he and her was there, and she assaulted the girl. They arrested her and put her on 2 monitors. The sheriff and the state had a monitor on her body, and she still went back over to that house, broke into that house again, and she stabbed that lady. Hey, Zoe. And she stabbed that girl. Now, this girl, the reason why they let her out was because the state has a law that will not allow females to stay in the county jail while they're pregnant. So that is how she got on the house monitoring. Okay? But she was so angry. She's so angry. Stop, Zoe. Stop. She's so angry. This woman is so angry that she killed a 20-year-old. And she's 21, this lady. And she got pregnant by the guy, obviously. My question is, why are you not? The one question is, why are you so angry at the new girlfriend? So angry that you are willing to murder? And why are you not that angry at the guy who you're pregnant with? Why are you not discussing what's going on with him? And then the question about him, black man, you understood that this lady that you impregnated, that you didn't trick her to get pregnant. You didn't use a condom. So I don't want people to say that I'm only taking one side here. Who's responsible? Both of them is somewhat responsible. But she is definitely responsible for her actions. Okay? Hey, Lori, Happy New Year, baby. Happy New Year to you. But she is definitely responsible for her actions. I understand, ladies, the effect that you could have, that a guy can have on you, that maybe you thought having this man's child was going to keep him so close to you, and maybe you're going to have his family and he's going to raise his kid. You know, whatever pre-notion idea you might have had goes out the window when you realize that there's another woman involved. Okay, so he leaves you. I don't know why he left you. It doesn't say that in the story. But reading the story, you don't look good in this story for what you did. You don't look good. You don't look good in the story. So it makes us believe that there was something wrong with you. But again, I can't put all the blame on you, because this young man had to have known that you had these qualities. That you had these qualities. The quality to go so far that you have to take another woman's life, another female's life. This woman wasn't pregnant. You are. Your baby isn't ready to come out yet. But you're fighting. And I think you're fighting because you want a miscarriage and want this man to maybe feel sorry for you or come back to you, you know, if you miscarried or whatever. I mean, but that's a wild thought. Don't know for sure if that's what it is, but that's a wild thought. But it's a possibility. It's a possibility. But my point is that you went to jail and they let you out and they told you not to interact with this woman. And you did everything. Everything wrong. You did everything wrong. Now this comes back to, does this, you know, in a way for me, I want to ask this question. I want to put it out there because this was part of the political question. As a woman don't have the right to her body anymore. Does this work? Like, we don't know what she was thinking. We don't know if she thought about getting an abortion. We don't know that, right? I'm just throwing it out there. Did she think about getting an abortion? Or she said, no, I'm just going to keep this kid. Or was she in a state where she couldn't? I'm going to try to find this article right quick. I'm going to try to find this article. Oh my God. Unfortunately, let me see. Unfortunately, I think this article, hold on. Maybe I might be able to bring it up. I had the article and then I lost it. The young lady, I believe she was from Chicago, so we might be able to look that up. It's not showing up in my algorithm. But anyway, I just want to say this. I want to talk about that. And then I wanted to talk about something else here too. And I want to talk about unifying communities, right? So often, I'm going to jump off that subject. So often in our communities, we're fighting each other, right? We're doing what the system expects us to do. They expect to put people in odd places and create an uproar so they can make more laws on the undercover side to prevent us from getting ahead, because we're focused on the negative part of what goes on in the United States. I know you're asking, what do I mean? I'm talking about racism. I'm talking about racism, right? Racism between communities, okay? Racism between Black communities, Hispanic communities, and Asian communities. How many times do we talk about aid going into an Asian store? Hi, Kim. Happy New Year to you, sweetheart. Happy New Year to you and your family, okay? How many times do we go into an Asian community and have, they look at you different? I know in California they do, okay? They have a problem. They have stores in Black communities, and then we go into these stores, and the people, you know, when you're in these stores, they hawk you, they look at you because we have a few people that went in there and stole something, right? So here it is, you're the good person, you go in there, you're the good person, and then you get all the bad stuff that somebody else then created, right? So I came across this post on Instagram, and I thought it was really a good post. Hey Nate, how you doing? Happy New Year to you. I thought it was a good post, and I wanted to share it with you guys, okay, just for a hot minute, because it makes sense. That if people understood that, if the Asian community and the Latino community really understood how they got the things that they have, I think they would start loving us or communicating with us more than what they do. And they wouldn't look at us different, right? Even the Nigerians that come over here, the Jamaicans that come over here, the Palestinians that come over here, the Iranis that come over here, the Russians, okay? All of these people that come over here, right, are here basically because of the black blood that was spilled in order for them to be able to go into different stores, to get businesses and everything else. And my point today is, if we all found a way to just understand that, if they understood our history more, I think they should respect us more, not give us more props over them, right? Like they didn't contribute to what's going on, but just more understanding. That's what I'm fighting for, is more understanding this year. But anyway, I'm gonna stop talking right quick, and I'm gonna play this here, and I hope you guys can hear it. Okay, hold on for 1 second. Hold on for 1 second. Hold on. I gotta cut my headset off.
There will not be 22 million Asian Americans in this
Thank you.
Listen to this.
Thank you. What I have been trying to teach the Asian community is like, friends, do you understand that your success, your prosperity, your civil rights that you enjoy right now was paid for with black blood? I always tell people the day the Latino, African American, Asian, and other communities realize that they share the same oppressor is the day we start winning. But the problem is our communities are divided. For Asian Americans and for African Americans, we probably have one of the worst relationships between any community.
Well, I bet you a lot of Asian Americans too don't, in my experience, don't even realize that if it wasn't for the civil rights movement,
Yes.
there would not be 22 million Asian Americans in this country.
Thank you. What I have been trying to teach the Asian community is like, friends, do you understand that your success, your prosperity, your civil rights that you enjoy right now was paid for with black blood? I always tell people the day...
Okay, so this is how we bridge communities, with information that is true, not information that is propaganda. It doesn't take away from what they done in this country, right? I don't think that's what they're trying to say, because they have put effort in, and they put feet on the ground, 10 feet, just like us, and built things just like us. So the question is why do we always tend to struggle with each other trying to understand the language? The language right now in 2025 should be very simple, right? Should be very simple. We should not be struggling to understand one another. This is not the 60s going into the 70s, going into the 80s, going into the 90s. And now here it is, the 21st century, and we're still trying to struggle between understanding each other. It's the same thing over and over and over again, except we're killing each other individually. We're killing each other in groups, right? They don't talk about the crime in the Asian community. They don't talk about the crime every now and then in the Hispanic community, right? You'll get the crime in the Hispanic community if you understood the news that's spoken in their language. You would see. But the language that they see mostly is the English version of us. And for sure, they focus on us. And then when they focus on the other people, it's always the people who have money. The higher value Caucasian brothers and sisters, right? The higher value people. And then they turn it around to throw off, put it on us, right? And what that community is doing is what they do. So why is it that it's so hard for us to understand that as a nation, right? That's what we call ourselves, a nation, right? Why is it so hard to understand how to bridge the gap between racism? That's old news, man. Anybody talking about hating somebody because of the color of their skin, or hating somebody, acting like they hate somebody just because of their skin color, that's crazy. That's not acceptable, and it should not be acceptable in the 21st century. That's all I'm saying. It should not be acceptable in the 21st century. What's up, Kurt? I see you up there, boy. I see you up there, Nate. Happy New Year to y'all. Happy New Year. Hey, get on over to Juan's Perspective, man. Sign up. I can't go live on there till I get enough people over there. They won't let me go live. They just let me create reels on the other channel. I'm sending you an invite. Hit the invite. I for the life of me, it's hard to understand how the people, it's live.
No, I was.
It's live. Yeah, just trying to understand for the life of me why we go through the motions of this race stuff. Okay, why do we do that? And when is it gonna stop in this generation here? I don't think it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think this is the only divisive way the United States of America can control the people, right? Can control the people. If you notice, when we look at other nations, right? When you look at other countries, what is it that they do to control the people, right? What is it that they do? You have dictators who dictate what happens to people, right? You got Cuba, right? We don't see an uproar in Cuba, but when you listen to Cubans will tell you how bad it is in Cuba, but I've never seen Cuba go up in flames, right? I never seen them burn their town. I never seen them riot. I think they had one riot, and that's when Fidel Castro took over, I believe, when he took over. But since then, we haven't seen Cubans, or I haven't heard about Cubans uproaring over there in Cuba. I don't see it in Jamaica. I don't see it in Ghana. I don't hear about it. I don't see it in Egypt, right? We see it in Israel. We see it in Palestine. We see it in Iran. We don't see it in Russia. We see it in China. We don't see it in Japan, right? We see it in Thailand, or I don't think we see it in Japan, but we know the Philippines. We haven't seen it in Puerto Rico, right? We haven't seen that. So I think this divisiveness, I think I said the word right, is here strong in the United States. And to keep us in order, they put us against each other. They pit us against each other. And when it's not enough, they pit us against each other in the same skin tone. Right? In the same skin tone. Black on black, light skin on black, light skin on dark, dark skin on dark, dark skin on brown, brown skin. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Right? All that. Why we fall for that? Why is that even necessary? Why is it that we're not teaching our kids the truth about who we are? And I think in the 21st century, right here, 2025, that's amazing. That is what we should be That is what we should be doing. So I just wanted to get on this first year. And unfortunately, this just was a topic. I wish I could have got that topic, that article. I wish I could have got that article about that young lady, because that was a terrible article, but I thought it was important that you guys see it. The New Orleans attack. At first I thought that guy was black. He's not black, Sarah.
I didn't say it was.
I know you didn't say he was, but we was trying to figure out what he was. We was trying to figure out who would do such a thing on one of the greatest days that we have to celebrate. I think the first of the year, January 1st, is one of the greatest days that we have to celebrate together, unity. There should be no there. When is there fighting on New Year's Eve? I understand the fighting, but into the new year, we talking this kind of murder? This is getting outrageous. These things are happening. These things are happening more and more and more, people. These things are happening more and more and more. So when you're out there in the street, please keep your eyes open. Please pay attention to the people surrounding you. Pay attention to the people behind you. Pay attention to the people on the side of you. Let me tell you why. This morning I saw another article. This is sad. I don't know. I just saw one after another. This is sad. This is in New York. If you're standing by the train, people, if you getting on the CTA or anywhere where there's a moving train, I ask you, I beg you, not to be on the edge of the platform. This was flat out on purpose. You guys can look it up. I don't have the article in front of me. The young man in New York is a white guy standing on the platform, minding his own business, waiting for the train to come. Okay, you got two other kids hop the train because they're about to get on, and you see one dude in a what's the name? What is it?
That's New Orleans one.
Okay. Wow. The guy from New Orleans, his name doesn't show he's a black man, but he is. Look at that. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. Now it's getting more crazier. But let me finish this story, right? Dude was 42 years old. So this kid, can you find that story?
I'm looking.
This kid was on the platform, and the man was standing on the platform also. And as the train came, this boy deliberately pushed the man in front of the train. That man he didn't see it coming. Do you know how painful that must be? Here, let me show you. Can you guys see this? Let me show you. Hold on. Let's get over this ad. How do you get over the ad?
Close it.
It won't close. All right, here we go. See that? Yesterday. Yesterday. Let's see it again. Can you find one with the girl? If you could. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe that. No confrontation, no nothing. That dude was minding his business. Minding his, man, I don't know where that young man was. I don't know where he was going, who he was going to see, where he was coming from. We don't know if he had family. We don't know if, well, obviously we know he has family, but we don't know if he has children. We don't know if he has a wife, if he has a girlfriend, if he has a lover, if he has a man friend. What, we don't know anything about this guy whatsoever. There's no reason whatsoever. No reason. This dude has he given a reason? Did they say why he did what he did? No reason whatsoever. And he just pushes this man off the platform. What? What's the hate for? What did that man do? He's just, bam. So I beg you, family, I beg you. I pray for you. I'm asking you to be aware of your surroundings at all times. It's imperative that you pay attention to what's going on in the world. And it's a shame that we live in a free society where our Constitution says we have the right to travel freely without being detained like we was in Africa somewhere, or Iran, or Palestine, or anywhere, Russia, anywhere, these places, Canada, anywhere. We live in a society where we're able to just do basically whatever we want. The only restrictions we have is when the police see it or somebody call it in. Right? That's the only restrictions we have in the United States. Things like this happen. They should not happen every day. It should not happen at all. That dude, 42-year-old dude that ran into that crowd, there's no reason why. The mental health is rampant in the United States, and they can't seem to get a handle on it. To me, it just seems that they don't even really fight for people who have mental illness. And what I mean by that, not fighting for the people who already are mentally ill, but finding a way to stop the mentally ill, noticing or finding a way to notice when these people are so stressed out that they have to be set down. Police officers, you see me on this channel, you're going to see me on Juan's Perspective. We're going to talk more about our constitutional rights and how we protect ourselves against the police. It's not that I don't like the police. I'm not going to tell you we don't need the police. Because we do need the police. We need more police officers on the CTA in Chicago. We need more police officers in New York. You need more police officers in Atlanta. They have a train there. You need more police officers everywhere. Unfortunately, it's unfortunate that we need so many police officers for human beings to conduct themselves as Americans or Canadians or Palestinians or Jews or Hebrews or Africans. Or it's a shame that there are people who cannot and just will not abide by the laws of their country or state. And so we have these police officers who are not trained to handle the mentally ill. Like say the mentally ill, now we're going to categorize the mentally ill, right? So when you say mentally ill, is this mentally ill person harmless? Or he's just having a fit? Or the mentally ill person like that dude, that the 42-year-old that what town, that New Orleans ran into the people in New Orleans. That kind of mentally ill person, that person is different from the person who needs. See, when we talk about mentally ill, how do we separate that person who's mentally ill, who also gets shot by the police? Okay, if one, they're too big, or two, they have a sign of aggression, but you know that this person isn't who he is, or three, the person that is in New Orleans and you know that person is straight up crazy. How do the police determine how to handle these type of mentally ill people? So no, I'm not going to sit here and say that the police are the problem. In this case, I think the police did their job in New Orleans to keep other people from dying, from getting murdered, right? They claim that this guy set bombs or what have you around the city. That's what they said. But I'm asking, did they say that because they already had stuff in this truck? How did they find those bombs that was planted before they got to him? It's funny. People are mad when you turn on your camera. People get mad. That's part of your First Amendment, the right to record and tape any conversation in public. That's your First Amendment. This phone right here. We didn't have this in the 60s for Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Medgar Evers, and Shirley Chisholm. All of these people before, and then the people before in the 20s. You still had the right to videotape and record, right? And so this is how they find out what a person has done before they actually do it. There's cameras everywhere. That's my point. I'm gonna land the plane. There's cameras everywhere. Everyone has the ability to do what the police do, what the state does. When they put cameras, all you have to do is look up. There's cameras everywhere, on buildings, houses, right? It's comfortable now. But people get mad when you pull out your phone in public, driver license plates. You can videotape in there, even though they say they can't. That's a policy. It's not a law. It's a policy. Okay. Yeah, they can kick you out, but you can sue because they are definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, violating your civil rights. Okay, your civil rights to record and videotape. Okay, and so we need to understand that, and we need to always be ready. But my point being, I'm gonna land this plane and get off because I have things to do. I know you have things to do. You have to watch yourself. Keep your eyes open. Keep your head on the swivel. Because these things, I would love not to ever see anybody that comes on this live not be here in 2026 for some odd reason that people can't control their anger. Don't fight with people, period. You don't have to show who you are. You don't have to show that you're tough. You don't have to do that anymore. You shouldn't have to do that if you're 20. You shouldn't have to do it if you're 25. You shouldn't have to do it at 18, 14, 15. You shouldn't have to do that. We should not have to do it. Although we know it happens, we should not have to be in that position. The people that come on this live are old enough, got grandkids and kids and everything else. It's time for us to change the way we talk to them. No more saying, okay, I got beat up and my mom and dad or my dad is going to take me back to the person who beat me up and we're going to fight. No, man. That's not how that's not the way of the world anymore, fam. Because doing that just leads more people to get involved. And now, instead of it being a one-on-one, now the kid is being picked on by 3 people, 4 people. Now his family is gonna get in and then do what? And then do what to these kids, right? To protect their loved ones, right? Which is what we all would do, right? Which we all would do it. But there's a better way, is what I'm saying. I'm not gonna stay on that. It's a better way. We have to find a better way. We know a better way. We have to use it. We can't go in 2025 and tell some kid, 16, 17, 18, 19, you know what I'm saying, go take care of your business. We can't just allow them to go out there and think that, oh, it's okay. Just get a gun. Shoot. And we have to find out how these young kids are getting these guns, man. For me, that's the one thing. How are these kids getting these guns so easy? I just saw a TikTok with some brothers coming, some brothers on the south side over here, young. I'm talking 16, I'm talking 15, 12, 14, 12. Dude got a Glock. And he walking around, nobody comes in my neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, we doing this, and they walking, and they turning their heads, you know what I'm saying, they got their book bags on and everything else. Man, I can pretty much guarantee right now, the way that video was going, if the ops decided to shoot at them, dude, they gonna shoot themselves. They gonna shoot back, but they gonna shoot somebody else trying to get away. That's crazy. How are these kids getting these guns? I'm talking 12, 14, 15. How are they getting guns? I can see somebody that's 18, 19, 20, 21. I can see them getting a gun, you know what I'm saying, on the black market. I can see them because they have a way to get the money, right? But you talking 12-year-old, 13, 14, even 15. Come on, man. I mean, I know we out in the street now because I've been out there. I get it. But the truth is, I want to know where all of the influx of all of them kids, 5 of them kids, it was 7 or 8 of them, but 5 of them had pistols. The 12-year-old had the Glock with a kid on it. The 12-year-old. What we doing here? The 12-year-old. Should a 12-year-old's mentality be that? How did that 12-year-old get to that point to where he feels necessary that he has to have a fucking gun? 12, 13, 14, 15. I understand. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. But then you have these, then you have these rap artists. Ice Cube, Dre, right? West Coast, NAA. The lyrics to some of their songs promote this kind of attitude for those young adults. South Central, Friday, what's the other one? Boys in the Hood. Can y'all tell me, I heard this, my boy Charleston White said this, and this made sense to me. Right? And I want y'all to think about this. We're talking about me here, but I want you to think about this analogy. What was the best part in Boys in the Hood? When you watched Boys in the Hood, What was the best part of that movie? What was the best part of that movie? I'm going to let you ponder on that. I'm going to give you my answer because this is what I heard, and when I heard it, it made sense. After old boy got killed, the brother, Ice Cube's brother got killed, and Mr. Gooding, Cuba Gooding, got in the car, and then he was going to go kill that other dude. And Cuba got out the car at the stoplight. That was the best part of the movie. Think about it. That was the best part of the movie. Y'all might say that he was a bitch, he was a trick, he was, you know what I'm saying, he was scared, he was whatever. He was a thinker. He wasn't a follower. He got out of the car and he realized that what they were about to do, that he wasn't ready to do. So then you can turn around. I can relate. I can relate to that. But the other part to that story is that at the end of the day, they were still friends. Nobody called him a snitch. Nobody called him a bitch. Nobody said he was scared. You know what I'm saying? They let him out the car. They let him out the car. And they didn't hold no grudges against him. They didn't have a grudge against him. So what I'm saying is the love was there. Them brothers, even though they demonstrated in the signs of what they were going to do, the one brother that decided not to do it, they held no harm towards him at the end of the day. They didn't come after him. They didn't do any of that, right? So that, to me, when that was brought to me, I had to go watch that movie again. I had to go see it again in order for me to give this to you. And the truth of the matter is that movie, there's some parts in there that got something to do with me. But I don't have that kind of love. And I don't really expect it. I'm just saying in that movie, that was the best part of that movie. I can handle my own demonstration. Been doing it all this time and did some, right? So I'm not asking for something that I can't give. I'm not asking for forgiveness from anybody except the people who was harmed in those times when I was there. But I can't accept anything else but that. Because that I lived that. Right? So I can't do nothing about that except try to be a better man and try to bring somebody else up to be a better man or even a better woman. Because guess what? We have young ladies now who are carrying guns now who believe that they have to do what the dudes are doing in order to get respect. You got more studs. Female studs who walking around with pistols, man. Who ain't afraid. You got females now in the group that ain't afraid to pull that trigger. They ain't afraid to pull that trigger. They're not afraid to pull that trigger, dude. They're not afraid to pull that trigger. There's some female killers out here that ain't no joke. I don't even want to be next to them because I don't trust them. The Delilah and Samson deal, nah, man. I ain't trying to hear it. You got to be different to hang with me, man. I don't need the ride and die chick like that. Don't need that chick. Not like that. I don't need her like that. because you ain't gonna be able to trust her. How you gonna trust that shit? Can't trust her. Not that ride and die. No. We can ride. You ain't got to die for me. You ain't got to do that. No. Anyway, my little sister Christine, what's up, Miss Rhymes? Huh? What's up, Miss Rhymes? Happy New Year to you. Juanita, Miss Wells, how are you? Happy New Year to you. Thank you for coming on. Thank everybody for listening to me. Hey, listen, pretty soon we got the other podcast, The Juan's Perspective, okay? I want you guys to see this right quick, if you can, okay? I need you. That's all I'm telling you. I need you, okay? Let me see here. Yeah. See that? Can y'all see that? Juan's Perspective. Okay? Go over there and sign up. Okay? Go over there and sign up for your boy, please. Okay? Can you do that for me? I love it. It's getting up there. I'm telling you. Okay? I got brothers and sisters over there. Okay? And as soon as I get enough people to come over there and sign up, then you'll see different content from me. I won't have to be sitting here all the time. Your boys learn how to copy and paste. Okay? I'm about to get the computer set up with the mic and everything. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to make my idea this year is not just to pop on, you know what I'm saying, probably to have 1 or 2 days through the week, you know what I'm saying, where your boy can get on and talk and rap with y'all and just share the knowledge, you know what I'm saying, that I got going on, which is just my perspective. No real professional knowledge like Dr. Umar or whatever, right? Your boy ain't gonna be like that. Your boy gonna keep it on the real. You see what I'm saying? No fugazi. No fugazi. Your boy gonna give it to you like I've been giving it to you. I'm gonna give it to you like I always give it to you. Some people can handle it and some people can't. The other day, young lady got on. Man, she came at me left and right, talking about, have you ever been a husband? Have you done this? Have you done that? Listen, this stuff that I tell you guys, this stuff that I say, it's just me getting off my chest. Have I ever been a husband? No. I've never been a husband. Because the truth of the matter is, young lady, I never thought of myself as being a husband. Because I didn't have that. I didn't have that in my life. I had my stepfather who married my mom. So I grew up understanding how to deal with women with kids. I'm not against dating women with kids. I love Kevin Samuels, the Godfather, right? I love him, right? I listen to him. I love him. I learned some stuff from him. Okay. But I give women who have kids the opportunity to be who they are. They all have a story, just like the sister who doesn't. And I think we get mixed up talking about women who have kids because they have attitudes and everything else. Okay, as a man, you have to understand that when you take on a relationship with a woman who has kids, right? When you take on that relationship, you should understand for a fact that there's going to be some male issues with the other males, especially if they don't know you. And if you gangbanging, you know what I'm saying? If you a thug, and you run it, and it always happens. Why is it that we always fall for opposition ladies? All the time. We do it all the time. We don't date in our pool. We date on the other side. So then you already know that you're going to run into some issues, because if she live on the other side, then you got to go over there, right? And so there you go. You got to be thinking about what you're doing when you decide to date these women. And I think what the Godfather was saying is that you have to use your intelligence on what you're doing. Right? And you can't go around being mad because you got a woman pregnant. Right? I want to talk on that. You can't go around being mad because of that. Because you understand that it takes two. It takes two. Right? You got the 2 genes, and she's got the host to host that gene. And if you give her your 2 genes, bro, there's a possibility that there's going to be a little one or 2 or 3 come out of the host. That's just common sense. So if you're not really sitting here vetting, see, and now this come, see how I'm talking? See, now I want to stop, because I want to put the pressure on you sisters too, because it ain't just on the guy, right? You sisters have the ability to say no at all times. You have the ability to say no. You sisters have the ability to make that one dude do the right thing. But see, they don't talk about the sisters who don't want to do that. Right? They just want to lump them in the group of the, oh, this happened once and then I got pregnant. That group. Oh, so now we should feel sorry for you because it was by chance. Wait a minute. Sex is not by chance. Sex is life continuing to build life, right? Sex is life. So if you're going to lay down there and you're going to give this dude that opportunity, okay, you're just as much as blame as that. Now, we can go into, well, the baby's here and he don't want to take care of the baby. He don't want to be around the baby. See how we get back to that story that I first started talking about? How that one girl, she beat up the ex's girlfriend. She beat up her ex's girlfriend. Did you find that story for me?
I can't find
Damn.
it. It happens often, apparently.
Go to Newsbreak. You got a story similar to that, but one of my content creators is helping me find this story. I can't find it. I had it on here, but this is a very interesting story. Okay, this is a very interesting story. It's snowing in Michigan. One of my other content creators saying it's snowing in Michigan heavy. Oh, listen, check it out. This story I just mentioned, I'm trying to find it, but I can't find it. But obviously, she says it happens often, okay? This is women being in a position where they believe they have to protect themselves. We don't know why this woman went crazy on this other girl. We just know it because most of us have been in these situations. We've seen this jealousy before on both sides, where the male is upset that the woman who's pregnant is dealing with another guy, right? See, again, we have to learn who we dating. We have to learn who we kicking it with. We have to learn different things. We can't just go in there just because. Oh, because she's fine, or because she's got a big butt, or because she's got breasts. You know what I'm saying? Guys, we need to stop this. We need to stop this. I can't put that on these women because that's who they are. God gave them that beautiful gift. Doesn't mean that you advertise it like that's all they got going on. What's up with the head? What's up with that?
Is that the one in Atlanta?
I thought it was the one in Chicago.
There was
I thought she was in Chicago.
I don't know. I just found one in Atlanta.
Read some of it right quick. Let me see. No, this woman was shot. This one was stabbed. This woman was stabbed. See if you can find. Chicago. Girl fatally stabs girl. See if you can find that one, because that's the one I think it was. It came on my news break. For some reason, it just won't pop up again. I have to start learning how to save these things. But anyway, I'm going to land the plane on this. Okay? Black women, you have daughters, you have nieces, okay? And I'm only saying this because most of the women that's on this page now are in their 40s, 50s, 60s, okay? I don't really, the ones that are in their 30s are the same age as my daughter. My daughter is 30, what? My daughter's 38? Okay. My daughter's 38, okay? So, I would be talking to her because my granddaughter, okay? I would be talking to her and my son-in-law with my 2 grandsons, okay? So I do that quite often, okay? And so I'm an advocate of trying to help just get the conversation going. Like, you guys can conversate with your nieces, with your nephews, with your granddaughters and grandkids, right? You can have these conversations with them. Because we have to teach them, no matter how awkward this conversation is, we have to teach them. Sex is ruining the black community.
Is that the ankle monitor girl?
Yes. You got it?
Give me 1 second.
Yeah. Look at this here, fam. Look at this. Look at this. That sister fatally took that sister. There's no video. Woman fatally stabbed romantic rival while wearing an ankle monitor for trying to stab the same woman during a home invasion. She went to jail already for fighting this same girl. The girl came through the window of the apartment where they lived at the first time. Beat up this girl, the one on the left with the phone, jumped on her the first time. Okay? I want you to see this because this is important. She jumped on her the first time. And the girl, the mother of the boy, was in the house. So you got moms, you got her, and the boyfriend. I think he was at work. I'm going to read some of this article. But whatever the case, mom broke up the fight the first time. Told the girl to go in the room. And the girl went into the room. And the girl broke into that room because she didn't care about the mother. She didn't care what the mother said. This is Chicago. So you can get this. This article is in Chicago. Okay? This article is in Chicago. You can read it. I'm not going to read it. This happened December 31st. This happened the 31st. This young lady, she's 20 years old, man. The young lady was 20 years old. Fatally stabbing her ex-boyfriend's new girlfriend on Friday while on electric monitoring. She tried to stab the woman before, so they put 2 ankle monitors on her. One for the sheriff and one for the state. So she had 2 monitors on her. Why in the world did those monitors not go off and the police not follow her. See, this here, I understand when women who have been violated by somebody or who have been beat up by somebody, you know what I'm saying? What do you call that? Abuse.
Domestic violence.
Domestic violence. There you go. Domestic violence. It's a scary thing. Because you're doing the right thing by trying to keep somebody away, but they can't stay away because they're mentally stuck on you and there's nothing that they can do. They installed fear in you already, which is why you led yourself to this situation. The judge should be held accountable to a degree. The prosecutor, the attorney is doing his job because the attorney said that because she's pregnant, the law says that she can't stay in the county jail. But that's only if she's about to give a baby. This woman wasn't about to give a baby. She was just pregnant. She wasn't 9 months, because I'm pretty sure that 20-year-old could have got away from her. So the girl wasn't 9 months, 8 months, 7 months pregnant. Okay? So they could have kept her in the county. They could have kept her in the county. If she needed medical help, they could have gave it to her in the county. Now, I understand when she's about 8, 9 months pregnant, I can understand you putting her on an ankle bracelet and let her out so she can have this baby. But my God, dude, she already showed you she was violent as fuck. Now, this woman who stabbed the girl didn't have any record whatsoever. So, the judge, just being the judge, right? He's looking at your record, looking at the content. He should have known though, right? He's given her first chance. So that's what it is. Here's the state law. She was released on the state law that requires pregnant women to be kept out of jail in all but the most extreme circumstances. That's what the state law says. Her attorney filed a motion to have her released, citing that the state law that requires pregnant women to be kept out of jail in all but the most extreme cases. This murder, is the latest in a number of high-profile incidents involving people who are wearing ankle monitors for pending court cases. Can you find the actual law? Maybe if you go to Black's Law Dictionary, I don't know. Can you find it?
It'd be an Illinois law.
Or Illinois law? Ladies, I don't believe all of this here is on her. But that young man, that dude, that is yet to be the father, he's got a responsibility too. His responsibility, if you love this girl so much, she's living at your house, obviously, because old girl caught her there not once, but twice. It's your responsibility to protect this woman. I can't remember through the article if he was there the second time that she got into it. But the police came the second time. She had already fatally stabbed the woman. The woman, when the police came, she fell unconsciously and she died. This is a sad story. This is a sad, sad story. This story is sad because we should not be doing this. Somebody needed some help. Somebody in this party needed some help. and she wasn't able to get it. Or she just wasn't trying to hear it. Obviously, she wasn't trying to hear nothing, man. The judge should have saw that. The prosecutors should have saw that. But guess what? That's the law, right? The law. That's the law. And we lost an innocent 20-year-old. We lost the innocent. We lost two. Because old girl, she's going to the jizz joint. She locked up now. She ain't on no ankle bracelets now, and she's pregnant. So if you did it now, why couldn't you do it then? What's gonna happen in 8-9 months? She ain't at home. She ain't on no home monitoring. They took her to jail. She's in jail. She's in the county right now, pregnant. Why couldn't you keep her there, knowing that she's that violent? Oh, because she didn't have a record before, you just assume that this is just a one-time thing. Dude, she broke into the house the first time, tried to stab the girl. I'm pretty sure she showed aggression, you understand me, while she was in the county, man. While she was in your presence. You said extreme cases. You could have cited this as an extreme case. Why? Because she broke into the lady's house. She bypassed the mother who tried to stop the fight. And the girl went into another room to get away from this girl. Okay? The 20-year-old went into another room, closed the door. The crazy-ass girl busted down the door, and somehow she saw a knife in the room, and she tried to stab the girl the first time. So that's an extreme case. That's not a case where you say, oh, well, this is not like a case you go into the store and you steal less than $1,000 worth of stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's not an extreme case. And then you tell her you're going to put an ankle bracelet. This is violence. Anything violent should be dealt with by violence. In other countries, it would have been over with. But not in this country here. I'm going to land the plane here. Okay, check it out. We coming in right now. I said that a couple times, but this is it. This is 2025, family. No matter what we do, we have to pay attention to our surroundings. It's just a fact. I would tell you women right now, you live in America, okay? If you do not have a record, and even if you have a record and you're 10 years old in that record, just because you're a felony, it is now legal for you to be able to file to get a pistol. I know this. I can tell you, I know this for a fact, that if you haven't been in trouble in 10 years after coming home from the penitentiary, you can now file to get your FOID card and get a gun. They're going through the courts right now. Okay? So I'm just telling you legally, this is what you can do. Or you can just be like, me. How about that? You can be like, you know how they say you can be like Mike? You can just be like me and realize that this world isn't playing with any of us. And anything can happen at any time. So I am telling you, ladies, that if you have to find a way to protect yourself, the best way to protect yourself, I'm telling you to do it legally. But if you just can't, the law says, the U.S. Constitution says in the Second Amendment, that you have the right to bear arms. That's your constitutional right. So if you done time in the pen and you ain't done nothing in 10 years, if they let you out, why should you not have your constitutional rights restored? We have a convicted president. Come January 6th, we have a convicted president of the United States of America. And he showed and shared and did no time whatsoever, but yet that man has the highest office in the land. No doubt about it. So if he can get away with it, be like Juan. I'm going to get away with it. Because I refuse to let you walk up on me on GP. I refuse to let somebody around me or behind me get away with murder or assault and battery. Understand what those are. Then you'll be able to protect yourself just in case. Understand how to use these laws for yourself. Even if you're not in the presence of being able to lawfully be right, understand the law. That's the Constitution. Understand it. And that's what we're going to talk about on Juan's Perspective. We're going to have people come on. I'm looking for people, looking for police officers, because I don't hate all police officers. Okay, let's get that correct, because we don't want to get that correct. We hate all police officers, right? We want to have people to come on and talk mental illness. We want to have people come on to increase better funding for our lives, how to get it, how to do it, right? I'm going to do the research. I'm going to bring it up. Okay, maybe it's something you're thinking about. Maybe it's something that you want to know about. Just put it in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Give me thumbs up. Let me know. Put it over there. Link up over there so we can get all of that. Because this is going to be different. 2025. You're going to see a different kind of guy. You're going to see a different kind of situation here. I'm not perfect, and I don't know it all. It's like I had to tell that young lady the other day, I don't know it all. And you can say what you want on my page. I don't have a problem with it, because nothing you say, well, there are some things you say, but nothing you say can really beat me up. Right? I'm not going to let you beat me up. So it doesn't matter what you say about me, right? So yeah, I know you can't beat me up, because I ain't going to let you beat me up, right? So it's okay to say what you want to say. I'm just going to try to dispute it as best I can, and just have a great show, because that's all I want, is a great, lovely show. So again, I'm going to land this plane, and I am going to say that I wish everyone a happy New Year, a great 2025. What do you call it when you get financial? What is it?
Freedom.
Well, we already have freedom.
Well,
there you go. Everybody, I wish you wealth. That's what I wish. Everybody become wealthy in your own right. And that don't mean be P. Diddy wealthy. Just be wealthy. Okay? Just be wealthy. Big Don, I love you. I love you, Don. I love you, big boy. I love you, Royster. John, you know I love you too. Tammy, I see you up there. Thank you for staying, baby girl. I'm about to get out of here. Juanita, thank you. My sister, big sister, little sister, I love you, Christina. You know that. You know I'm down for you no matter what. Kirk Reeves, I see you up there, boy. Nate, I see you up there watching. I appreciate you, man. Tell your wife I said Happy New Year. Everybody, Happy New Year to you, okay? God bless. Be careful. Keep your head on the swivel, okay? Find something. Find a way to protect your loved ones and yourself. And teach those kids about the Constitution, because people just say, oh, the Constitution wasn't meant for us. Yes, it was. You live in America. You were born here. You're a Native American, okay? Get off being black, get off being white, get off being Latino, get off being that. If you're born here in America, you are a Native American. You got two citizenships. You got dual citizenship in the United States and in America. So you got two. You are a native of this country, just like them brothers and sisters who were truly here before us, Native Indians, Native brothers, Native Tianos, whatever. You too, if you're born here, you're a native. That's it. Simple as that. That's how I see it. All right, until next time, and it will be a next time, and hopefully, guys, come on over to the other side. Come over to Juan's Perspective, okay? Help me out over there, because I got bigger and better things to do. Okay? Not to do, but bigger and better things that's coming over there. All right? I love you guys. Peace and love. Have a great day today. And it's on and popping. Peace and love.